Alright, so in the previous videos we have discussed how to implement rate limitings and how to set up HTTP security headers, things like that. And now let's see how we can enforce security to limit our payload sizes. So again, it's quite simple when it comes to Express. So all we have to do is we have to define sort of a limit that is specified as a JSON format, right? Because we are consuming our payloads as JSON format. So inside this Express.js, we can specify another parameter called limit that specify the maximum limit for your JSON payload. So by default, it will apply body parser limiting to your APIs, right? Which means if I specify some sort of value that has a limit over here, then you can't send or you can't invoke an API request beyond that limit, right? By attaching a payload beyond that limit. Yeah, so it's quite simple. All you have to do is let's say this is limit, let's say this is payload body limiting, right? Or let's say body size limiting. So all you have to do is pass a JSON object called limit, and inside this limit you have to pass the size, right? So I will say maybe this is I don't know, maybe let's say 15 kilo bytes, something like that. So if you wanted to engage more size to your payloads, then you can specify it as maybe 1 MB or maybe 2 GB or something like that, right? But yeah, it depends on your user requirements. And yeah, so now if I invoke this call, basically it won't do any new thing because I just specify a rate limiter at the server side, right? But yeah, all the headers remain same and the body remains same. So maybe let's try to create a post, because that's has a payload, right? So this has a payload, and yeah, possibly the size of this JSON object is quite smaller than 50 KB. So yeah, this will allow to persist this object at your backend, right? But yeah, it says something went wrong because we haven't set up our security headers, right? So go to this authorization, copy that out, and go to the create post, go to the headers, set authorization, and the value is this. And now let's invoke it again. Yeah, it's working, but it says it has duplicated values. So let's add different name maybe and try to resend it again. Yeah, now you can see that post is published, right? But let's say this JSON object is way beyond than 50 KB, then this won't let you to persist this payload, and yeah, it will simply drop. Yeah, so that's the way how you can limit the body payload sizes in the Express application. And yeah, thank you.